Sir, it's not Taehyung's fault. I have left Ain alone, she said in a guilty-filled tone. Jungkook shot his eyes toward Minji, and then Taehyung. His expression was softened a bit when he looked at Taehyung. Taehyung left the place hurriedly. His leg was hurting a lot, but this time, the emotional pain was bigger than the physical one. Job and Minji narrated the whole situation to Jungkook and Namjoon. After hearing the story, Namjoon told Minji that she can go to her quarter, which is situated in the backyard. Ayn has also stopped crying by now. I was coming downstairs when I saw Taehyung and Ayn were falling together. Jungkook closed his eyes tightly and having a sign. I can't believe that. You did this to him, Namjoon said with the bloodshot eyes. Taehyung is so young for all this. For God's sake, without knowing the whole truth, how can you treat him like that? He added, in a raised voice. Namjoon Taehyung, calm down. Job said. He felt the tension between his brothers rising. You stay quiet. Let me tell him. Someone need to do things that can't go like this anymore. Namjoon said, looking at him, and then moved his eyes back to Jungkook. Jeob came forward to tuck Ayn for Jungkook and sat on the sofa. It's high time now. You need to handle the situation like a grown-up, civilized person, Jungkook. I have always looked up to you. Your only idea, but say sorry that these days I don't feel like your own Jungkook. What did you become? Such a heartless man. He further poked Jungkook to say something. I might be heartless, but he is naive. Can't you see that? Jungkook said, if you know he is, then why? Why are you pushing him away? Namjoon said, and Jungkook took a deep breath, thought for a minute, seconds, and then said, I'm a broken man with shattered heart and dreams. I can't give him nothing instead of pain and suffering. Anyone who wants to fix me would get shattered with my own pieces. I don't want to break him. At least, give him a chance. Didn't deserve your cold behavior. Whatever happened to you and Una was God will. But what are you doing to him is totally up to you. Allow there. Near Ayn and I would be too selfish when I know I can't accept him. It would only break both of them, Jungkook said. Okay then, take Taehyung back to his house. Tell his father that you can't fulfill your responsibilities and this relationship is only an emotional blackmail between you and your mother. Mom and you have messed up an innocent life. Let's just end his sufferings. Namjoon said back. You know very well, I never wanted this marriage. Mom shouldn't have pressurized me in that first place, Jungkook said, slightly raising that guilty voice, and sat down on the couch. He had having a close eyes and massaged his throbbing head. I can't give him the fake hopes, Jungkook added, an expression. Whatever is it, but please just don't push him away. He is very innocent. This time, let him decide whatever you want. Weren't you able to forgive him or yourself? Because I would never forgive anyone if something happened to him, not even myself, Namjoon said in a composed way this time. I know how it's feel when a person who means a word to you leaves you. I don't want Taehyung and Ayn to feel the same, even because of me. Temporary pain and sufferings are better than the permanent one. You would realize that eventually. Jungkook replied, and Namjoon went toward Jungkook to keep his hand on Jungkook's shoulder and said, You're right at your own place, but now we can't do anything. Let's say guard down. You're just protecting your heart by building high walls around it. No one can put your thought that the pain again. Please, just don't push him away. He doesn't not deserve that. If you cannot accept him as your wife, at least consider him as your responsibility, Namjoon said. You need to apologize now. I'm not talking to you until you ask for Taehyung forgiveness. Namjoon said and looked at Jungkook's eyes. Let's go, J-Hope, he said and moved his eyes toward him and left the place. J-Hope, you. Before Jungkook completed his sentence, J-Hope stood up and placed his and said, Let's go on. Namjoon uncle is calling us. You both are also not talking with daddy. Jungkook sighed in annoyance as he looked toward that retreating figures of his brother and his daughter. Taehyung sitting down on the balcony with dim light coming to his room. The sky was looking black. Added to that poetry and scars. They stared at the sky with a teary stain in his face. He winced when he unknowledgeably touched his wand. It's okay, doll. Look, I just cleaned here, Mr. Kim said. A teenager down. Oh, Abba. No, it's hurting very bad. They cried looking at the small cut on his finger. I promise, I'll do it quickly. At least let me just disinfect the cut, Mr. Kim said lovingly. They son let you Appa clean that, Grandma said while patting the young head. Okay, but please, do it quickly. I'm very afraid of this. I promise, I'll do it quickly, Mr. Kim said, and he closed his eyes and held Grandma's hand tightly. The young broke into a sob as he recalled his memories. He was missing his Appa a lot. Jungkook stood up for the couch and strode upstairs. He stopped in front of Taehyung's room and hesitantly knocked on the door, but didn't get any reply. After a few tries, he tried to the knob of the door and he realized that the door was not locked. He entered in the room but it was empty. He raised his eyebrows in worry and stopped in the trace when he heard his sob coming from the balcony. He paused to allow his eyes to adjust the dim light. As he entered the balcony, they was sitting on the floor, with his back were pressed on the wall behind him. Jungkook came forward and sat beside him, leaving a space between them. Both of them were staring at the sky. My Amma know about you, they said, with a cracked voice as they were struggling to control the sob. And what did she tell you about me? She hates you for making me cry, they said while crying.